Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at taking out the DJI Mini 5 Pro, and we're going to go and use cruise control. Cruise control is really good for people like myself. I'm new to the drone space, I'm really rough with my movements, so cruise control allows me to keep things smooth when I'm flying, but also to set certain paths. We'll go through all that today as we get into the video, but let's get this Mini 5 Pro in the air. First thing we want to do is actually set up cruise control on our RC controller. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump onto the RC and I'm going to configure the C2 button, the button on the right hand side, to be what enables and initializes cruise control. I'm going to select the three dots or the ellipsis at the top. We're going to go to control. From control, we're going to scroll down until we see button customization. From button customization, we're going to click in here and you can see 1 and C2 are already assigned. So I want to change this, and you can do this anytime to make things easier. So at the moment it's portrait and landscape mode switch. So what I'm going to do is drop the drop down arrow. I'm going to go to control, and down the bottom you'll see cruise control. So we'll select cruise control enabled. So that is the C2 button at the back. A couple of things we also need to do for a little bit of this example is look at our obstacle avoidance. Now the obstacle avoidance we can set and change, and again there's a couple of ways to do it. So I've got my drone up and going. So at the very top on the RC controller, you'll see the little landing pad icon. If you click on this, it's a quick access menu to your obstacle avoidance. So at the moment mine's set to bypass. We might look at obstacle avoidance and how it works a little bit later, but be aware that when you're using cruise control, you can use it in city, you can use it in normal, and you can use it in sports mode. But your obstacle avoidance obviously isn't working in the sports mode, and that is by default, but you need to be careful. So I've got it at bypass at the moment, and I'll show you what it looks like in a sec, but we can jump away from that. All right, so let's go and set one up. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna do anything too complicated. Put this up a bit. There is a plane in the air, so again, I'm not gonna go very high. And what we're going to do is we're just going to move forward. Now as we move forward, what I'm going to do is at a certain speed, so we're moving at 2 meters a second, I'm simply going to press the C2 button. You'll see the aircraft is now in C2, in cruise control. My hands are off the controller now. Probably should stop it before it crashes into anything, but that is cruise control enabled, and that's cruise control working. So again, it's going really slow. To cancel cruise control, simply push the C2 again, and you'll see that it shows that cruise control is disabled. I'm going to look for myself at the home point, set it back a little, so full on the stick, C's enabled, and again, I've taken my hand off, and here she comes. And to disable, simply press C. And you'll see that the drone comes to a complete stop. All right. So that is cruise control. Really simple, really easy, but you can do more things with it. So again, maybe I want to go forward at a reasonable pace, about halfway. Hit cruise control. You'll see it's enabled. Maybe I want to start to stack different movements. So maybe I want to go up. So I slowly push up, hit the C2 button once again, and now the drone is moving up and forward. And to cancel, again, simple C2. And we can bring that back around. See, that's how rough I really am with it. So maybe I want to just descend really slowly. Again, any movement on the actual controller, you can mimic and use as cruise control. Now, one of the things that is really good is being able to stack different movements. So again, I'm going to move it forward. Let's move it forward. Just slowly. Again, we're going to set the C2 button and let it come back. And now it's descending and moving forward. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my body on the line for a little bit of a demonstration. And make sure that I am straight. So using the screen, I'm looking that I'm straight in front. The target is the H. All right, so I'm going to engage a little bit of movement. And enable cruise control. Now with the cruise control and my obstacle avoidance enabled, what's going to happen is my drone's going to come towards me. You're going to see I'm in the way and simply move and bypass. I'm going to aim for me. I'm going to put it really low. I'm simply going to enable the drone. So cruise control coming right for me if I need to do an emergency stop. I wasn't close enough. How bad's that? That my drone is so accurate that it'll avoid me like the plague. And that was really subtle. So you can see all the indicators on the actual RC. All right, let's go. Very close. See if we can get to the camera. All right, let's put this down. Let's just keep an eye on that bird. Oh, here we go. Bird's my drone, hate life. So a couple of things that we're going to set up now is what you can do with cruise control is you can actually stack your movements. What it means is you can do one action, then customize on top of it until you have a complete shot, or you can change the movements to make something a little bit more cinematic, a little bit more exciting. So just ever so slightly, let's put this down a little bit, and then we'll start moving ever so slightly to the left. Then I'm going to apply a bit of yaw. So that's now doing a really small orbit around the pole. Probably too slow. Probably should make it a little faster. So let's increase that speed just a little. So the speed is updated, and then let's go slightly up. And once again, that's now updated. So again, we're now doing a manual orbit around the complete pole here. So again, going slowly, moving to the left, yawing to the right, and going up. You also see with my return to home, because I've got it set to bypass, but also to come back in its normal fashion, what it would do is it's not going to go to the whole 120 meters in the sky, fly up, go that distance, and then waste battery to come down. This is simply going to go and find its optimal range to come back if there's things to avoid. And then what it'll do, it will simply fly the most direct path to return to our home point. Man, if you land right on that H, I am impressed. Oh, we're close. Oh, we're there. Awesome. Let's try the 2x zoom, which I haven't done as well. All right. Yep, spotlight me. Now I might have to see how close I can get you. And let's do cruise control. So I'm going to move it slightly to the left, engage cruise control. And what you'll see is that the cruise control is now creating an orbit. Now, because there is a tree close, we'll see what actually happens as it moves around. Hopefully, and if not, emergency stop. Yes, auto. Refound the subject. And again, I'm going to naturally spin around because this is what people do. Spin around and look the other way. It looks super cinematic. I've even got my hand on my side like I'm a superhero. Now I've got a little bit of distance. So I'm going to cancel the cruise control. I'm going to put it out. Let's put it out a little bit more. Now because I've got the zoom on, let's do the left again. Let's make it a little faster this time. So the cruise control's on. What I want to do is actually also create a bit of an orbit. So I want to so peek at my camera and see what it's doing. See how high it actually goes. And if I'm gonna pee off some birds. Avoid the tree. So we're creating a fake orbit. And she's still got me. It's in cruise control. It's gone around the top. It's still actually tracking me. And what I'm going to do is simply update cruise control to bring her down. So still creating that orbit effect. So, and just letting her come down. And go simply in the other direction. So using Spotlight, your cruise control, let's stop because my poor drone's just doing circles. So instead of doing that, which I have to control myself and look and see, that is a really simple way of using cruise control with the DJI Mini 5 Pro, but also being able to use it with Spotlight to allow it to create some custom views that allow you to get quite cinematic if you really, really want to try. Hey everyone, so that is cruise control with the DJI Mini 5 Pro. Really simple and easy to configure, really easy to use, but what it can do for you as a drone pilot, as a cinematographer, as someone just enjoying the drone for what it is, it allows you to have such a better experience because it makes things so much simpler and easier in regards to controlling and getting different types of shots. So thank you for watching.